So the Obamas might be breaking up? That is crazy. Not America's sweethearts, not the Democrats' favorite couple to ever exist, ever. I think who was the one before them? It was like Jackie Kennedy and John F. Kennedy. I don't know why I said Jackie first, but I feel like that was probably the Democrat it couple. But, the modern day it couple for the Democratic Party is for sure the Obamas. And there is apparently, supposedly, trouble in paradise. But before we get into that, I will remind you guys to subscribe to Resist the Mainstream because it ensures to YouTube that you are enjoying our videos, and in turn, they will continually show up in your feed and they'll push it out to more people. I'm Titus. Let's get into this. Meghan McCain claims very serious journalists are confirming Obama divorce rumors. That's tough. Rumors about former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama's relationship have reached a fever pitch, fueled by recent public appearances or lack thereof, and discussions in media circles about a potential split. Yeah, Michelle Obama didn't show up to Jimmy Carter's funeral or to the inauguration for Trump. So interesting. Conservative commentator Meghan McCain and reporter Tara Palmieri, we're not even trying to say that right, addressed the speculation on podcast, The Girl, referencing ongoing unverified rumors and observations about the couple's behavior. McCain revealed she had been hearing rumors about Obama's divorce from very serious journalists, which is very interesting to hear about. I'm going to show you a clip. I believe it's from that podcast, actually, where McCain will give her thoughts.
I have been hearing this rumor that the Obamas are getting a divorce by reputable people. I'm not talking about TMZ, very serious journalists telling me that they're hearing that the Obama divorce rumors are true. Do you agree with that? Have you heard that? Do you think it's just garbage?
Yeah, we've heard that for a long time. Like, I've just heard that they live separate lives, but they are kind of like America's sweethearts in a lot of ways. I think it would be devastating. Like, I told some friends about it before it broke on the Daily Mail like a week or so earlier. And when they called me, they're like, "Oh my God, you were right. I didn't know what to believe." It's like actually devastating for people. But then you saw they posted on Instagram like anniversary
post. Weird photo though of her, and I think she's a very pretty lady. And I was like, this picture is not doing her justice for how beautiful she is. I would kill Ben if he.
Yeah, Barack did her dirty for sure. That was an out of pocket picture. If you zoom in on the picture, it is not good. That's a hater move for Barack to do that. But yeah, this is crazy news to hear, and like this is like I said, it's not America's sweethearts, the Democrats' sweethearts. They're obsessed with them. So this splitting is massive.
Put a picture of me looking like no makeup with that lighting on social media. I would kill him. For me, it like didn't help the rumors. I'm like, why are you putting this like shitty picture of your wife up?
And sometimes you see this too in a lot of like celebrity divorces that are being managed, that they put up the post like about their love for each other for the divorce. Yeah. And it's sort of like a way to lay the groundwork to make people think like, oh, well, it was like amicable and they're good people and they want the best for each other.
Again, you and I are both hearing this I'm hearing it from real people and people that are close to them. I wouldn't talk this much, I wouldn't be spilling this much gossip, but it's everywhere. I will say if they break up, it is going to be it's going to be like a metaphorical, like last arrow in the heart of the Democratic brand. And I think it is already a brand that has so many problems right now. And the party is such a festering carcass. Like, I think it will symbolize just the absolute ending of an era for that party.
That's insane. This might be the end of the Obamas, man. But honestly, the Obamas they're full of crap. They lied to the American people for years upon years upon years, spewing nonsense. And a lot of people have awakened to the reality that Obamas are full of crap. I mean, Joe Rogan in this video I'm about to show you guys, he literally talks about how he lost trust in Obama, how he originally had thought Obama was this amazing president, regardless of whether or not you agree with him on everything. He was a good, upstanding, honest guy. And like this facade they're putting in the picture where they're like saying their anniversary, if they are getting a divorce, it's fake. They're obviously, he just posted their anniversary post the other day. So you're out here like, I'm not saying you owe the world your personal issues, but like when you promote that, like everything's fine, happy anniversary, and then you're actually like on the brink of divorce. It's interesting. Another disingenuous act by the Obamas. No one's surprised by this, but I'm gonna play this clip with Joe Rogan showing his perspective on Obama post 2024 election cycle.
We did trust the government, but which is such a weird thing to say. I used to think it was the Obama administration, but boy, Obama during this Kamala Harris administration, it changed my opinion of that guy.
Boy. Really? Did you have a high opinion of him before?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Just as an intelligent person, a statesman, I felt like he's probably like caught up in the system. It's very difficult to make real meaningful change. You think you're going to do something, and then you get into office, and you're like, oh God, what a fucking quagmire this place is. but watching him just straight up lie about Trump, the thing that got me was that very fine people thing, the white supremacist thing. They just kept trying to say that he was a racist, which is this thing that I think worked in like 2017.
Yeah.
You know, I think it worked back then. I don't think it works anymore. I don't think people believe it anymore. I think that we've gotten numb to all this stuff.
Well, it's the sky is falling thing, right?
Yeah.
It's like, cry wolf or whatever. It's like, you guys can only call me a fascist so many times. I mean, like the New York Times wrote that article a couple years ago, right? Where I'm like, it was the front of the coffee cup where it's like, do you want Trump 2024? Do you want low taxes? Do you want this? Do you want that? I'm like, I want all that. Sounds good. And like, you can only call me a fascist, racist, asshole. I mean, to be fair, like I can float into the asshole category relatively easy, but you can only call.
Honestly, that's so true. You can only be called a liar, or you can only be called all these buzzwords so many times before you're just like, I give up. I don't care. I'm not these things. You're ascribing these attributes to me that I don't align with. I don't understand. I don't relate to. I don't even propagate or perpetrate this type of behavior. And you're out here just ascribing those things to me. It's outplayed. And Obama was the most disingenuous liar throughout this election cycle when he said there's good people on both sides. He said all these things that have been debunked over and over again. You intentionally lied to the American people so you can get a person that you wanted in office. I think the American people saw right through that. And I'm so happy that Joe Rogan can acknowledge the complete insanity of sitting there and blatantly lying to our faces by Obama and his administration. I'm gonna show you a clip here of the reaction from a lot of the people, a lot of Trump supporters, which he's gained millions upon millions within the last 4 years, specifically this last year during the election cycle, reacting to Obama and the Clintons coming to the inauguration. It's so funny. So let's play this clip.
Now the boos are picking up again, as you can imagine. You have former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and obviously former President Bill Clinton as well. The crowd here is getting a little more raucous as it's filling out. About 20,000 inside of the Capitol real time, and how sort of MAGA world is watching. Big boos right now, as you can imagine. I don't know if you guys can hear it over my mic, but
boy, is that striking.
Former President Obama, former President Obama, getting a resounding, as we would say in New York, a Bronx cheer here.
I have to wonder if this is setting the tone.
But look, these are the loyal supporters. Yeah. Yeah, Lester, I think you're right.
Not them booing Mike Pence too. That could have been him. I was watching the inauguration. I was like, could have been you, bro, but you decided to be a traitor, apparently. I don't know. I don't know all the details on that, to be honest. I don't have a full, well thought out opinion. But anyways, it's so funny watching Barack Obama, America's favorite president, being booed by the people that realized that he had a huge part to play in this last administration sucking so much, and that he actually was a very divisive and unhelpful president during his term. Okay, you were liked by celebrities and you made yourself seem cool, but you weren't the greatest president. You weren't even a good president. So I'm super happy to see that. And it's interesting that Michelle didn't show up. Why was Michelle not there? Is it because you're going through some marital problems? Is there a divorce on the way? Interesting. I have one more clip I want to show you of Meghan McCain speaking on how Trump reached out to her post, I think it was after the election, after he won, or maybe even after inauguration. Just to talk about that experience. And obviously we know what Trump has said about her father in the past. So it's interesting to see this clip. So let's roll it.
Trump actually just recently sent me a little note that I got like in the mail, and he signed a tweet I sent out and sent me like a nice message. So, I showed my mom and friends. I haven't really talked about it. My husband was like, do not tweet that, but I don't think it's fine to talk about it on a podcast. So maybe there will be more healthy, like peaceful experience. I'm never going to be like full MAGA person. It's not my style. It's not my like kind of politics. But Democrats have really made a lot of huge mistakes, and I think really misread the tone of the country and the tone of just average Americans, how much pain so many people are in. And one of my best friends couldn't go on summer vacation this summer because of inflation and how much things in their lives were costing so much more. And Democrats have really missed the mark talking to just normal people. Trump could screw it up, but I am cautiously optimistic. I like a lot of the people he's putting in his cabinet.
That sounds like an olive branch. Do you think there is ever a chance you would ever work in his cabinet?
No.
Would you ever?
No, thank you. No, I don't know if it's an olive branch so much as for me, if Trump were in front of me, I just want us to just have peace. I just don't want to do the next 4 years what I did when he was before. I don't think I'm ever going to fully forgive the things he said about my dad or my family because it's just so deep and so long. But I just want peace like everybody else. I just want to not deal with it in the future. I really don't. Maybe I'm an idiot, but I don't really anticipate that being his focus.
I can't blame her. I can't blame her. If someone talked about my dad in that way that he did, I wouldn't necessarily be a big fan either. You got to forgive him. You got to move on. But I understand having a disliking towards an individual who would say that. about your father. So I get it. But it's interesting. There is an olive branch extended by Trump. And my thing is, even though Trump says some of the dumbest things ever, sometimes he really does, I feel like, forgive easily and is willing to like mend broken relationships. So hopefully they can do that. And maybe he'll honor John McCain in the future. I don't know. But anyways, interesting to see that the Obamas might be breaking up, seeing the display of how maybe we shouldn't have trusted them the way we had in the past. They're not honest people. They were not good politicians. They did not do anything that benefited. I mean, you can't say they didn't do anything, but overall, they didn't do anything, do a good job in helping America move forward. And quite the opposite, actually. So anyways, and if they break up, that'll be interesting news. And you'll hear about it here on Resist the Mainstream. So make sure that you're subscribed, liking, commenting down your thoughts. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.